Alright, welcome back to Slay the Princess. Now, these videos might be a little bit shorter than like an hour long or so, too. But that's because I'm figuring stuff out. And then once I figure stuff out, it might be a little bit longer or shorter, depending on whatever I do or whatever I choose to keep and show you guys. But yeah, let's continue where I left off with the fear here.
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was and ever will be.
Can't say I have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us and you almost got us killed. You're being too generous. He did get us killed. Alright, enough chatter. Got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruptions. Okay, great, you're listening. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a... If your thing is telling us about the princess, don't waste your breath. We know all about her. It's hardly a path in the woods at this point, is it?
Yeah. It's like flesh. That's like a fucking brain up there.
Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
Yeah, exactly.
So what if I'm speaking my mind? It's not like I've ever really gotten a say in things.
What a crock of shit. Yeah, you stabbed us last time. Repeatedly.
It didn't even work. It doesn't count.
We died. If you didn't
So true.
submit to her, for all we know, that wouldn't have happened.
It's the punishment you all deserved for not listening to me. So,
Aside from our sulking friend, I don't think we have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't think that's ever going to change. Second he tries something, I'll put a stop to it.
Thank you.
Then what happens? Have you even been listening? It's the end is what happens. Yeah, but is there something after the end? How am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and tell you what it's like there. If there even is a there, it doesn't matter because we're going to win. Now that's exactly the sort of mindset I like to see. Don't let yourself be consumed with self-doubt. Don't flirt with oblivion. Just focus on the present and everything will be absolutely fine.
Alright, let's go. Ugh.
Good.
Oh, it's so squishy.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her. That's it? No final words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
if there's still a princess at the cabin, maybe we can salvage things. Maybe if we just grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were before.
Oh, cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now, and you're making it so much harder than it has to be, so stop whining. The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight.
Oh, the blood, it's like a ritual.
But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat.
Ew.
That's horrible.
Exactly.
Who did this? The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
What's safe here?
A mirror? There is no mirror. There's the pedestal, the blade sitting on the pedestal, and the door to the basement. Just tell us where the door is. I'd like to get back to fighting, and if you want us to kill her so bad, I'm sure you feel the same. No more messing around. I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely. What are you trying to say exactly?
He thinks we've lost it, that we're succumbing to madness, that something in us has broken.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but sure. I'm not going to waste time arguing with any of you. It's in our way. Let's just smash it.
Okay.
You take the blade from the pedestal. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel. You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? How strange. It's a bit
Shush.
grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean? Wipe what clean? Are you still on about that mirror? It's not real. I'd know about it if it were real. No, we can't doubt our eyes like that. It has to be real.
Smash it. Smash it to pieces. It's the only thing keeping us from her.
Don't you want to know what we'll see in there? We won't be able to see anything if we smash it. Nah, I'm with him on this one. Smash it! Let's get violent already. Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
Smash it! Wipe it clean.
You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement.
Oh.
As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead. Why am I not surprised? You step forward into the darkness. The stairs leading down to the basement were once both narrow and grandiose. A high vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic. The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence, the metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart? Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat. See how you've soured my once divine melody.
What is the melody? Sick.
This. Why? Why did you desecrate her? Why couldn't I stop you?
You've got to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good. She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination, and we're going to put an end to her once and for all.
Whatever she is now is our fault. If she's an abomination, then what does that make us?
It doesn't matter what we are. She needs slaying, and we've got the means to do it, so let's get a move on. If I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here, and it's why your task is so important. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
Well, let's see her.
The chamber's walls are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone. The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh. And then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings. She is loose, and she is coming for you.
Let her end it. It's the punishment you all deserve for what you did to her. It's the punishment I deserve for letting it happen.
Screw that. We can win. We've done it before and we'll do it again, only this time we'll make it out the other side. Well, she's practically done most of the work for us.
What happened to you? Okay, just in case nothing goes out as planned, should I save here? I'll save here.
Time happened. You happened. But none of that matters. We're together again, and I'll have my pound of flesh.
She bounds across the room, her fists ready, her heart set upon your destruction.
Whoa, she's kind of like opened her heart and just bolted.
With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound.
What the fuck?
No, that's our stuff. She can't just do that. She just did. Unfortunate, I know, but reality is reality.
You should all just be grateful she's decided to keep us alive. Even in her defilement, she is merciful.
We're not out for the count just yet.
Let's just go ahead and do this.
Skin flayed and organs flapping, you charge towards the princess.
What the fuck?
That's right. She'll never stop
That's
us.
not what I thought would happen, but okay.
Still, you defy your god. I've made the mistake of underestimating your resolve before. Never again.
As you swing for her heart, what's left of you explodes.
Well, let's of you explodes. Wow.
So that's it. It's over, just like that.
Of course it's over. It's been over since the very first moment we laid eyes on her.
This is the final note of your discordant melody. You will not return again, because you will live in that single tone forever.
No! It's not over! We're a god killer! We've returned from death itself twice!
Didn't you hear her? We're not dead.
What's the difference? From many perspectives, there isn't one. But functionally, that is, from your perspective, the difference is massive. You are entirely laid bare, spread to each corner of the room. Yet you are wholly aware of the state you're in. Incapable of movement, but entirely capable of perception. In fact, perceiving your state is the only thing you can currently do. You are preserved, perfectly, in the amber of her torment.
We're more than this. We've lost bodies before. We just have to lose this one and make another.
Share this vessel for the next. How are we supposed to lose this one?
I don't know. You're the one who makes things happen, so make it happen. Who said anything about getting to a new cabin? No, we make something new here.
It won't matter if you do. She'll just pull us apart again.
And preferably, we make something without him.
Absolutely not. I refuse to let you just decide to die with your task unfinished. If you die here,
No!
the world is doomed.
You do. Wow. But you do die. There is a great release as you lose your grip on what's left of the body.
Your Honor, where the hell are you? Are you already at the Princess? This place is different. Rotten. Death all around us.
Oh.
Can't go back.
So you've returned already, and I remain here. Is this our final destination?
The Princess tilts her head to look at you, and with a gesture, you are unwound. Again?
Clearly, I left you with too much room last time. Perhaps this cell will hold you better.
You know what to do.
Again! Yeah, die again! Let's do it!
Your Honor, she's...
Absolutely divine.
It's another Voices of
Guy
Voices.
describes things. You better start saying what we do this time.
And what are you doing?
Attacking her, obviously.
Right. You charge towards the Princess, and...
There is no spark in you, only matter devoid of life.
you explode.
Again.
And again.
You're on a path. You're not not on a fucking path. I have no idea where we are.
We're in
God,
the
I
middle of a
fucking love
fight,
these.
so act like it.
So you are. Okay, you dive towards the princess and we're unwound. Yes, her head swivels creakily on her neck, fire in her eyes as your body unravels with blinding pain.
No.
Again.
Again! Yeah, no body, you exist. You're reborn.
No time. You do it now.
Yes, of course. Pristine blade grasped firmly in your hands, you fly towards the princess before she can turn to face you. We might actually do it this time.
I can feel that body of yours slicing through the air. How many more times will I have to scatter you?
As she turns towards you, the very essence of your being begins to flake away. Your muscles, then organs, then nerves laid bare and screaming as the rest of you is stripped of substance. Oh, boo-hoo. It's just a body.
It just needs to last long enough to sink this blade into her heart.
It doesn't last. You are disintegrated. Everything goes dark.
How many times do I need to pulverize you before you finally
Yeah.
understand? You are nothing. An empty void that dared to dream it was alive.
That feels right.
If we're nothing, then why are we still here?
Because we always have been. If we're nothing, then how can we do anything? The same way we always have. Being nothing has never stopped us. Now end this. End her.
You cannot win if you cannot be.
End this. Oh, look at the crow.
How? I scattered the atoms you clung to and there was nothing there to find. You can't exist.
It's over.
Oh, I think I understand you now. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do the things I did to you. I don't think I knew what I was doing.
She sounds genuine. They always do in the end.
It's cold, but
Aw.
I'm going to be okay, right?
Damn. That's crazy.
And there's that
Oh.
mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
The narrator's gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended? He was never going to outlast us.
The world didn't end. We're still here. Come on. We just need to keep going.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Yeah, the mirror never skewed you
It's
before.
different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Ignore the cowards. You have to look.
There we go.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel. I am solitary.
Answer that too.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans. Yes. No, this one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. There is passion and empathy buried under her unfeeling skin. She will make for a weathered heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
Okay. What if I attack her?
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight.
Oh.
We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Oh.
nowhere for you to be but here.
Whoa, what the heck? That's crazy.
Nothing, as we are.
Okay, that's
But I
cool.
know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom. She asks that I tell you to remember her.
You won't.
You won't.
Okay. I think I can save it here because I can just go back and do that whole thing again later. I will just figure stuff out for that, honestly. Yeah. Okay, so that's for the theory here. Welded heart. Weathered heart. Held in ribbons. Alright, I'm gonna do the witch. And I'm gonna... She's gonna betray me as I take up the stairs. That's what I'm gonna do, and if anything happens, I'll show you guys. Right. I'll have to be nice to her, get the blade, stab her when she does that. I remember that much.
Your Honor?
Okay. Am I just gonna skip through this? I probably will.
You make your...
Blah, blah, blah. We don't need to hear that. We're just gonna go.
Good.
Okay, I'll be.
You would someone... You make easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam.
There's a slight...
If I could just get out of.
She barely... As she rips her flesh... It's the blade. Or we could... You won't like... Without hesitation, the wound... Okay.
You've
The princess pushes a wounded, but still...
made a terrible.
I thought we had an act. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade cuts into... Forget about... Though your nerves are seizing, you seize... You steal your resolve.
Okay. Well, that was fast. Look, we're here at the witch. Wow. Okay. What was I going to do? I kind of forgot already. I'll remember. Okay. I know what I'm going to do.
The blade.
Now, the reason I'm just speedrunning this because
Take the... Well,
you heard this 1,000 times by then. I don't need to hear you. You don't need to hear this every single day.
Silence, I see. Don't think I've forgotten about you. I recognized the sound of your nervous little footsteps as soon as they came into my home. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else.
Let's see here. I'll do this one. This one's a whole different one because there's a bunch of other stuff I'm going to do. This one I'm going to...
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out. Yes, Let's.
She creeps forward. She never breaks eye. She's silent for a...
After you, darling.
Oh, it shouldn't matter. Well, if we're armed and you're talking...
Alright, there we
That's
go.
right. You're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
That's exactly what I'm worried about.
Here we go.
You
Here
step
comes
up
the
the
disaster.
stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous. You want us to turn around and kill her. I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you.
Okay, buddy.
Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her. No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself. But the princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened. You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you? Why did you just say that? I think we know why. You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing.
Here it
The
is.
princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight. Together you tumble back down the uneven
Oh,
stairs,
God.
your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop. The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact. You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realize that you won't be getting up. Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you've had several. You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back. We were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that? It's what I would have done if you considered not being like that. Of course not. It's what keeps us alive. And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
Aw, I like these choices.
Why would I ever trust you? Your hands have spilled my blood. And knowing that, you should never have trusted me either. You should have known I would never walk hand in hand with a loathsome thing like you. By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned where she'd turn her back on us and I'd say, "Now stab her in the back! Do it now!" And then you'd say something like, "Wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us." And then
Stupid.
you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back. Why didn't you tell us your plan before we agreed to go first? Because then you'd have had to lie to her. And you're a terrible liar. That's not...
That's a good point, actually.
Okay, that's actually a good point. It would have been a good point if it had actually worked. But it didn't work, did it?
Nope.
Well, it's not my fault that nobody listened to me. The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up.
Oh, that's nasty.
Oh, so she's got it as bad as us.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here? Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. The world could be saved after all.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Is that really what's going to happen then?
Oh, it just ends like that.
Hello? Are you still
Aw.
there? What happens next? I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape. I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
There she goes. We'll keep that one.
She's gone. And is that
Blah, blah, blah.
this?
You're grown. Wow. What heart did I get for this time? This time, what heart did I get this time? Yeah, this time.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality.
Okay, hold on. Before you talk, let me look in the memories. Doo-doo-doo. One of you had to go first. Might as well be you. What are you doing the train? Oh. Okay. So judging by that, it doesn't really seem as there's any other way I'll be able to get her to something. Honestly, it's the exact same thing no matter what happens. So, for the sake of it, I am actually going to do something else. What if I just leave? Let's try it.
Very pragmatic. That is why you're in charge.
Abandoning me, are you? Fine then. Run. Tuck your tail between your legs and scamper away. You might be able to escape me, but you can't escape from what you are and what you've done. If I don't take you, the wilds will.
You turn to leave, but as you do, there's a deep, guttural groan, seemingly uttered by the walls themselves, followed by the creak of wood being stretched beyond its limits. The cabin starts to get smaller. What the hell is going on? We're getting out of here and saving our skins. That's what's going on. As the roots that make up the walls of the cramped basement attempt to close in around you, instinct kicks in and you bolt upstairs. The steps are uneven and lively, creaking as they expand out of the dirt floor, the stairway growing smaller and smaller as you dart up towards the light. You manage to squeeze through the door just as the entrance seals itself shut behind you. The cabin is smaller than it was before, and it's getting even smaller and smaller. That's fine, we'll just leave. I'm sure you'd like to do that. But unfortunately, there is no longer a front door.
Okay, before he finished speaking, I'm pretty sure that's one of these here. Yeah, here, right here, yeah. This is definitely one of them.
Shit. What do we
Shit,
do?
though.
As your mind races for an answer, you hear the princess's voice crackle up the stairs.
Do you hear that, you loathsome thing? Those are the roots of the wild, and they're coming to choke the breath from your lungs and squeeze the life out of you. As long as you suffer while you die, I'll gladly suffer with you. Especially if I get to hear it happen.
This doesn't help anyone. I can't believe she'd kill us both just to spite me. See? This is exactly why you were tasked to slay her, and why you shouldn't have left her in the basement. She's an antisocial monster who'll gladly burn the whole world for her satisfaction. The roots grow ever closer. We know. We can see them.
Okay.
No, what's the matter? You're scared of thorny roots digging into your neck? Are you scared of suffocating in this dark, dark place alone? Good.
That one made me feel bad inside. I don't want people to think we're scared. Nobody likes someone who's scared of things. I, for one, think this is a perfectly reasonable situation to feel scared in. This place is getting awful tight.
Yeah, that's true.
You feel something against your back. A thick root pushing its way into the cabin. An unstoppable, unyielding wall of bark. You're running out of time. Shit. What do we do?
Oh.
I could, but as I already made it so clear, I don't want to.
You slump to the floor as the roots continue to expand into the cabin.
I see.
We're never gonna make something of ourselves with that attitude. At least she isn't gonna make something of herself either. At first it's almost gentle, your body being lifted delicately off the ground as the floor shifts beneath you. But the cradle of the growing roots starts to feel suffocating, then unbearably tight. Then that tightness gives way to bulging pressure as they begin to constrict. The sound of creaking wood is drowned out by the snaps and pops of your bones, pain flooding your senses as you feel your skin deform,
God,
being
this sucks.
shaped unnaturally by the living cabin.
Being squashed alive really does not feel
The
good.
suffering is what you deserve, you hideous creature. Know as you die that you are hated. I hate you, and I'm glad to die horribly if it means you die with me. I wouldn't have it any other way.
The pressure is unfathomable. You can't breathe, your vision swimming with red, your head pounding with trapped blood. And then
Jesus, that was gruesome.
everything goes dark,
And you die.
and you die.
Can I get a preview if I had made it? I don't. Let's check the witch. Okay. The Wild. Hey, we got a new one. We'll figure out what this one is. Whoa!
We are a path in the woods. We have no beginning,
What
and
the
we
hell?
have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge. His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that? That's not the princess.
Oh boy.
Is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here? I think this is our third? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped. He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Shut up. The rest of you talk.
Oh.
What happened? Why does he
Oh.
want to know?
Paranoid.
I don't
Hey.
mind where we are right now. It's rather nice. I can hear what everyone is thinking. There's no reason to keep secrets. We tried leaving her in the basement, but she made the cabin come to life, and it crushed both of us into a fine paste. And now we're here, existing. And for what it's worth, I'm with him. This is nice.
It was a fitting end. I'm sorry if it hurt, but doesn't this make it all seem so small?
I see. So the cabin ground you into paste, and now you're convinced you're stuck together. What a mess.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
Yeah. This thing watching us. What is it?
I'm not watching you, I'm trying to help you. That's not an answer to our question.
Yeah.
I don't know what he is. I only know that he is something other, and that he wishes for you and I to tear ourselves apart.
I do want that, but only because it's in your best interests. It's in everyone's best interests. You won't be able to slay her unless you remove yourself from her.
He wants us to kill each other.
I don't. I want you to kill her. Don't be charmed by her faux solidarity. You're not in this together. She's the only one who poses a threat to the world, and she's trying to make you go along with it. You don't have to enable her, especially when you have what it takes to stop her.
Let's see. I figure as much. Whoa! The icon changed. Look, this one. There, it's reactive. It's like a brain, but it becomes that. There's a lot of options. Yeah, let's see this up. Oh, whoa! I'm a crow. Ooh, that's new.
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the doubting and the hatred and the schemes. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now?
That was
So petty.
not what I
We've been
expected, but
posed
okay.
against each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
Spoken like, honestly, a real puppet master. Have we considered that maybe she's the one trying to trick us?
I'm not.
But
I'm not.
there's a feeling, isn't there? That petty
Aw.
feeling she mentioned
Petty.
is fuzzy, but it's there. Almost like she still hates us. It feels mutual.
That's true.
Please, stop. If you pay attention to that feeling, we'll fall apart.
Don't look at it!
She's trying to turn you away from the truth. There's something she doesn't want you to see. I think you already know you have to look at it. Everyone's pulling in different directions, but that feeling doesn't have a motive, it just exists. Maybe we should look at it.
Let's save here so I can explore this later.
Please, don't make us remember how we were.
And just like that, you start to fall apart. Right, she really does hate us, and we hate her. It hurts thinking about us as separate things, but we're separate. We can't hate ourselves. I love me.
Okay.
Thinking, giving into absolute madness. We exist. We're real. We're separate from her. Of course we are. What are we? I can't remember. I don't want to remember what it felt like to be killed. It was so much nicer when it didn't feel like it mattered. And yet you keep remembering. You remember the loathing and animosity you've shared with the princess, the pain and the anger and the betrayal. And you start to remember something else, too. You remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal body. You can feel it. There is a shifting of the space around you, the infinitesimal movement of your molecules rearranging back into the shape of what you're meant to be.
Maybe bygones can't be bygones. I don't know why I ever wanted to share a body with you, of all things. It's like my very soul reeks of yours. That was horrible. This is better, finally. I'll be able to hurt you like you deserve.
I wish I didn't have to.
Some divisions, when sown, can never truly be mended. A cavernous gash rips across whatever it was you thought you were. A cabin comes into being among the trees. It approaches, and it swallows your body whole. And then you find yourself, blade in hand, exactly where you need to be. At the center of it all is the princess, a wooden and fleshy heart beating with an unbroken rhythm.
Damn.
You're filled with a sense of purpose. Strike at her. End this once and for all.
Kill me then, if you hate me so much. Just get it over with.
I don't like this. What he wants us to do. It's just cruel. It feels like we'd be killing a part of ourselves. Well, this should be easy. If you're sure about it. I mean, what's the point of being king of the hill if there's no one around to be better than?
Yeah.
We'd just be sitting on a hill. Do we have to do this? You have to. You know you have to.
Before I do that, I want to check the memories real quick. Oh. There's two here. Carry the wound. Sacred and beautiful heart. Curious and beautiful heart. And then there's two different eyes. Wounded if you kill her, and then there's not if you don't. Let's go to free.
You devious little bastard.
You devious
If you
little
think I'm going to let you free her, you have another thing coming. He's not in our head anymore, at least not like before. I don't think you can stop us now. I'm not bluffing. You won't be so smug when it happens. He's weak, thinks he can boss us around when he doesn't have any authority. We're clearly the ones with authority around here, so we can do whatever we like.
Hell yeah.
You're tired, aren't you? No, I'm not. I'm fine.
Whatever.
Cut the princess down.
Oh, that looks so brutal.
I hope you're happy. Good luck getting her out of here.
Oh.
I didn't think you would do that after everything.
Man, she's just a torso.
It's so cold without you.
Aw. That's sad. God damn.
She's gone.
Rip.
Where
Okay. Let's go back to the mirror. Blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. I don't care. We're gonna look in the mirror. I'd like what? Your girl, right? Yeah. Back in the long quiet. Hello. Back here again. How you doing?
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and move whenever you are ready.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is like a shadow of me, a memory of what she used to be, bound to the wounds of distance and time. She will make for a scarred and beautiful heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
Okay. Alright. Ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
I died. Yep. Oh.
You're on a path in the...
Okay, hold on before you start talking. Let's save here? Yeah, I guess that's fine, yeah. Okay. This is my test run. That's the tower. This is the Fury. That's the Witch. There's something else I can do in the Witch. I'll figure it out. If this is one, the killing one, I'll see what happens there. Another choice here, to bury the hatchet now. And now I'll run this one. Now, as you know, that was the Wild here. So you have the Thorn and the Wild from the Witch. Yet the tower has the Fury and the Apotheosis. However the fuck you say that, there's that one. Now, I think I still got a couple here. 6 more still. Oh, wait. She has 3? There are other ways to die to nature than let it swallow you whole. I think she has 3. Oh, okay. Meet your equal in combat. And cut something out, a piece of you leaves with it. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to skip this.
The interior.
Okay. Before I do anything, what I'm gonna do for this one is, which one was it? The damsel? I think. I think it is. It's the exact same thing as the witch, but there's a little bit something different about it. Yeah. I'll here. Let me just do this real quick. I'll figure something out here. Yeah.
The daughter. Good. You're only.
Okay. I'll be.
You make your way to the.
Okay.
Without hesitation. Though your nerves are seizing, you see. We can still.
Oh yeah, I can't do it now. I'll see what happens if I run.
Princess, what if she doesn't succumb to her wounds? You rush up the stairs and dive past the threshold. You close the. Okay.
Do you think a couple of cuts is enough to do?
I still think that's funny. It's just so stupid to go. Okay. Hmm. Okay. I still want to try to do that. That's what I'm gonna do. No! Whoa, hell no! I keep forgetting. I automatically go to save. I gotta press load. Okay, so. Alright. Alright, so this is my plan for the next episode. I'll figure stuff on my end to figure out how do I proceed to those two new other options. I know what they are. I've seen it, but I gotta figure out how do I get back there because I honestly don't remember, sadly enough. But yeah, I'll figure something out on my half, and I'll show you guys where I'm at. And by doing that, I'll literally mean that you're gonna see on the title screen. I'm just gonna press continue, and you're gonna see me right up there. And if you want to see it again, I'll probably show you guys in the memories or some shit like that, whatever, or something. I'll figure something on my half, okay? And I'll pretty much, once I find those two and get all the other special endings and such to show you guys, I am going to do the whole thing again to gather every scene. I'm going to capture every scene. I'm going to capture everything from the gallery. Because I love this damn game, okay? This game is fucking fun. I love it a lot. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.